Hello everyone, in this video we're going to solve proportions using the cross products technique. So to see whether a proportion is true, let me draw a proportion out first. 2/5 equals 4/10. Okay. To see whether a proportion is true, first we multiply along one diagonal, then multiply along the other diagonal. So we multiply the numerator of one fraction by the denominator of the other one, and same thing to the other set. These products both give us 20. All right, so the cross products are equal. In this case, the cross products are both 20. When cross products are equal, the proportion is true. If the cross products are not equal, then the proportion is false. And we can use this cross product technique to solve proportions for finding an unknown number. So if one of these numbers was replaced by a variable, we can use the cross products technique to help us find that unknown number. Let's take a look at an example over here. So how do we go about solving these kinds of proportions? Let's look at 3/5 equal to x over 40. First thing we do is find the cross products. So we'll multiply 3 and 40, and then 5 and x. This will give us 3 times 40 is equal to 5 times x. 40 times 3 gives us a value of 120. When you divide this out, you end up getting a nice number here. That value is 24. Another way I can look at this, much like I showed you in the previous video, if I can find some common factor between my numerators or my denominators, it can make solving this proportion a little bit easier. Cross products are a good technique to use. However, I can show you this one too, like I showed you in the last video. 5 times what number gives me 40? Because 40 is a multiple of 5, and that number is 8. So if I multiplied 3 by 8, I'd have gotten 24, as shown down here from earlier. The cross product technique will work every single time. In the event that you cannot find a common factor to multiply by to get your other denominator or numerator, cross product will always work. And remember, they need to be equivalent in order to be a proportion and for it to be true. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.